Now it's time for the AGM, and we're going to have a rather unusual AGM this year because Wendy is going to run it online. So you've all got the AGM papers in your packs. If you'd like to get out those and the agenda, and Wendy, you will direct us now, I think.
Yes, Wendy hopes to be directing everybody. Apologies that I have to be on screen rather than present in person, but the weather had its own ideas and they were different from mine. So I do apologize. And just to go on to the agenda, before I do so, however, thank you very much for the talk, Gilly, and running through the way that we are both operating now and looking forward, and that's marvelous. So if you have the agenda, it begins with apologies for absence. Now I assume that they will have come through to our secretary, Sheila. That being the case, I think I'll carry on to point 2, which is minutes of the AGM last year, held on November the 18th. And that requires your approval, please. Can you sort of just raise a hand if you approve?
I think you've got a full house of hands.
A full house of hands. Thank you for telling me. Thank you. Right, point 3, any matters arising from the 2023 minutes?
Nobody's got any matters in the room, Wendy. I'm just looking.
Yes. Anyone online?
Anyone online has? No. Pop your comments in the chat, anyone, addressed to top table if you have got comments as we go, and I'll keep my eye on it and pick them up.
Thank you. Thank you, Gilly. That moves us on to point 4. And here we have to comply with the articles in a particular respect that those on management committee who have been longest in that office must agree to retire, and if they want to be reappointed. So point 4 then is in compliance with articles 32, 33 and 35 of our constitution to confirm the re-election by general resolution of the following to the management committee, and this year that falls to Penny Bennett, Vice President, NCYW. So please, if I could have your confirmation for that. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Full house again.
Good. And then point 5, in compliance again with the articles, to confirm the appointment by the management committee of the following as a trustee, and that is Alison Newall, who has been with us on the committee for almost a year, and she would like to be appointed by you today. Do you agree with her appointment to management? Looks all right to me.
Again, everyone in agreement?
Goody.
Welcome, Alison.
Welcome, Alison. Yes, indeed. Point 6, again, complying with the articles, it's proposed that a requirement be added to the rules for NCWGB in the handbook that all newly appointed trustees, whether by election of the other trustees during the year or at the AGM immediately, shall serve a probationary period of 6 months. We feel that perhaps this is a good policy for people coming on to management, because once you get there, there is a huge amount to know about NCW. So, any comments, agreements for a 6 months probationary period? Agreements? Yes, yes. Well, it looks very positive from where I'm sitting.
Oh, hang on, Wendy, so sorry. I think have I got someone? Sorry, Keith, I've lost my comments for a minute. Have we got anyone online wanting to make a comment? No, okay, that's my misunderstanding then.
So that's fine. And point 7, please, to confirm the re-election of management committee members as follows.
Amazing.
First, Gilly Rogers as president. Second, Elsie Ledley as immediate past president. Third, Gail Bishop, vice president parliamentary affairs. Fourth, Anne Davison, vice president foreign affairs. Fifth, Gillian Weston, vice president finance. And finally, Tony Letts, who is a nationally elected member. So I ask if you will confirm the re-election of management committee members as I have read out. It looks okay, Gilly. Any comments from where you are?
No, and I'm just checking online as well. Sorry, I should have been confirming online too. No, that looks okay.
Point 8, to adopt the annual report and financial statements, which include the report of the directors and the report of the independent examiners for the year ended 31st of May 2023. There's hands going up, I see. Looks okay. Any comments from anyone?
It's 2024.
I beg your pardon, was it 2024?
Yes, sorry, Wendy, you said 23, it's 24.
I did indeed, yes. I did indeed, quite right. My apologies. So just to read, to adopt the annual report and financial statements, which include the report of the directors and the report of the independent examiners for the year ended 31st of May 2024. Thank you. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Questions to the Treasurer, Vice President Finance, Gillian.
I don't think we received any.
I missed that comment there.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Wendy?
Yes.
We didn't receive any comments by post, so if there's anybody online or actually here in attendance, no? That's good. Thank you.
Well done. Well done, you. Good. Thank you. Right. To appoint independent examiners for 2023-24 and to give authority for the management committee to determine their remuneration.
Yeah, it's 24, 25.
I have a horrible feeling you were going to say that, yes. I'm obviously A year behind. Right. To appoint independent examiners for 2024 to 2025 to give authority for the management committee to determine their remuneration. Thank you. Any NEMCON? Okay, thank you. And finally, well, not quite finally, but nearly, the formal adoption of resolutions that have been presented and discussed today. First of all, there was the resolution on adult social care that was presented by Hilary Hughes and Alison Newell, presented today. Do you agree to adopt? Anyone against? Thank you very much. Secondly, and this time it was a reaffirmation, but with added points, on global girls' education, presented by Anne Davison and Abby Hunt. Anyone against? Thank you very much. Third, consumer protection, presented by Anne Davison and Arnold Pinder. Anyone against? Okay, thank you. And finally, violence against women and girls, which was presented by Gail Bishop, seconded by Penny Moon. Thank you very much. So that is now adopted and will become part of the resolutions that NCW has proposed according to my list since 1919. Okay. Finally, the last point is the date of the next annual meeting, AGM, and frankly, I don't know what that is, and so can I add to be confirmed? Thank you. Thank you. Any comment from anyone? Okay.
I think the only comment, Wendy, which isn't about the substance, but just about the process, we haven't always been counting the votes of the online participants. I apologise. We should have been doing that.
Well, there is also, and I forgot to mention this, and I was notified about it just by Sheila, that in fact ballot forms have come in to Sheila as well.
Yes.
19 of them. So this would all have to go into the mix. All part of the joys of doing the AGM this way.
Indeed.
Yes.
Can I just ask the members, and it is only members who can vote, who are with us online, I'm not quite sure which way round to do this. Has anybody got any objections to supporting all of the items that we've gone through on the AGM? And if you haven't got any comments, are you happy for your votes to be counted as in agreement with all of those items? Can anyone indicate if they're not happy? I think she's put it down again.
Gail?
I'll have a comment.
I'm not indicating that I'm not happy. I'm very happy, but I just want to point out that I haven't voted because I returned a ballot form. And I'm very
Yes.
aware of the fact that we shouldn't be double counting.
Indeed.
Yes, point taken very much. And there are 19 ballot forms that have been returned to the secretary.
Can I just say, I've made a note of the ballot forms that we've got, but I've now just made a note of the people in the room who haven't completed a ballot form. So I have got the separate
Great.
total we've got, although I couldn't see the people online, so I don't know whether there's any others. But as far as I know, I've got an accurate number of who's actually voted.
Oh,
Marvellous.
Yeah.
super, Sheila,
So
thank you.
we won't count double.
You'll
Yeah,
make sure
great,
you don't count double. Thank you very much for keeping
Great,
us on track.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Well, I just close with my very grateful thanks for everybody's kindness and attention. Thank you. Thank you. Return it to Gilly.